Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the pack. It's your TheWolfeCraze. Today we are going to talk a little bit about the new ALVO update. Now, by the time you're watching this, the ALVO update's already been out for a little while. It's technically, as you can see here, it was released December 24th for Christmas, and that's pretty good news. Right now, as I'm recording this, it is February, coming to the end of February, but I've been really busy with a lot of things, so let's get down to the point. This is update version 1.12, also known as the Super Soldier update. The title is intentional. The title is there because this update is focused heavily on the soldier customization, not necessarily cosmetically, but in terms of what you can do and utilize to win your matches. If you're not following ALVO over on Facebook, you should. This is the ALVO official community page. And be sure to go to Facebook groups and just type in ALVO, and you should be able to find it, and also join the Discord because that's where all the information comes out. Now, this update came out and it was a big one. It was a really big one. I don't remember the exact size. It might be in this post, it might not be, but it was quite large. From what I recall, maybe around 3 gigs or so. That aside, the reason it was so large to download was simply because there's so much stuff that went into this one. A lot of new things. So I'm going to read the post and I'm going to try to talk about a little bit of each of these if there's some relevant information to discuss. So ALVO Super Soldier update available now. In our largest update to date, we have added a perk system. In the previous update, 1.11, that's when the ranking system went into place. You guys can watch my old video where I kind of went through each of those updated items and kind of gave you a little bit of inside information as to why certain decisions were made. This one is about the perk system, daily, weekly challenge system, new kill streaks, new gun skins, language localizations, and more. We are still working on zombies and think ALVO Zombies 1.0 is going to be a lot of fun. We are also currently working on dual wield in 3 new maps. P.S. We should have our PSVR 2 dev kits in January, which is true. Did happen. I don't remember if it happened in January, but I know that they're in their hands. We'll talk about each of these things individually, but real important note is that the perk system and the daily weekly challenge system are going to be imperative for like your player growth and also the way you play the game. There are things that you can, with the new challenge system, you're going to have coins that you get and experience that you get, and that's going to go towards all those other things. And of course, with new skins and new cosmetic things and new things just coming to the game, they're gonna utilize the challenge system to incorporate some rewards. So, maybe it could be skins, maybe it could be a legendary thing, maybe it could be something else entirely. I think that's still being discussed. So, there's not a lot of clarity around that at the moment. Language localizations is a big one. Yes, this game is out in Eastern Asia, so that's awesome. There's a whole bunch of versions out now with proper language localization, so people are getting not just the English version but their national versions. Everybody's been talking like, well, ALVO said that the Zombies was coming out in October. Well, do you want a broken game mode or do you want a functioning game mode? I've tested it numerous times, and every rendition is far better than the last one, so be patient. It's coming, and it's turning out far better than what I originally had thought and experienced in the very first version of it. So the dual wield is currently close to finalization over on the Quest version. The Quest version has been tweaked to utilize dual wield, and it's working really well. It's working really well. There are obviously some limitations, but the new controller scheme is a little bit different than what people are used to. So if you're going to be doing dual wields or you're going to be doing rifle, ultimately you're going to have to get accustomed to the button layout for that given playstyle. Important, may be fixed by the time you play. Known bug. So this was a known bug at the time. Previously purchased weapons or attachments not showing correctly. People were thinking, oh god, you reset all of our stuff again, and that wasn't the case. It was just simply the fact that they weren't showing, and it was fixed. But what the temporary fix at the time was to update and then close the game and restart, and it seemed to work. So new features, let's talk about the new features. Perks in particular. players can now choose 2 of the 9 currently available perks for each loadout. This new system should help to enhance and refresh the gameplay. So the perk system is very similar to what people might be familiar with in Firewall or in Call of Duty or Battlefield or whatever, any kind of FPS that utilizes certain skills. So in Firewall, it's you have skills from heavy duty to Iceman to binary to psycho to like a whole bunch of different kind of skills, right? Well, this is kind of in the same vein. You're gonna have a variety of different perks that you can utilize, and most of them are incredibly nice and very, very useful. All depends on your playstyle. Personally, I run with the extra ammo and the health regen, so those are the ones that I use. But people have been using the revenge perk, which is where you drop the grenade after you die and you try to get kills that way. And then there's also the Flak Jacket. Those are pretty popular, but you can now pick 2 perks per loadout, so that each perk is locked to the loadout. So in loadout 1, you have 2 sets of perks, or 2 perks, and then it's stuck to loadout 1. When you go to loadout 2, everything's reset. You gotta pick different perks. So each loadout will have its own perk based on the loadout that you make. Kill streaks have been have additions of bazooka and automated turret. This is more like a defensive turret. It's stationary and it shoots on its own, and it's badass. It's really, really awesome. You can destroy it, but it's incredibly powerful. Only takes 1 shot, eliminates the enemy. Some people might think that that's OP. In reality, I don't get a lot of kills with it all the time. Sometimes I do. It depends on the map, of course. But it's also very avoidable, and you can destroy it. So, with that being said, it's still a very valuable and reliable kill streak, but it's not overpowered. It's well balanced. The automated turret is the 7-kill kill streak edition. The 5-kill kill streak edition is the bazooka, and the bazooka sounds overpowered as well, but you only got 2 shots and you can kill yourself. You don't want to do it in close quarters. You gotta keep in mind where you're utilizing it. On desert, it kind of works. On town, it works. Monastery, it works. But in places like house, it could work if you're shooting from a distance. Even monastery is a little risky, so you gotta be wary. And so yeah, those are the 2 added kill streaks. The bazooka, automated turret, they look great. They feel great. You'll definitely enjoy those. Daily and weekly challenges, this is just as you would expect. You got to do a certain task to get XP and also coins. Players can now earn coin and XP via challenges related to weapons, game modes, and kill streaks. For example, kill 50 players with the proto in a 24-hour period, win 5 S&D matches in 48 hours, kill 20 players with bazooka. All right, so there is a time limit. Sometimes you get 2 24 hours in 1 weekly, or you might get 2 weeklies and 1 24-hour. It all depends on what the rotation brings to you. Patch notes. Now this is a relatively long list, so hold on to your seats. All right, patch notes: increase S&D round win XP and plant diffuse XP. So to kind of draw more incentive to search and destroy, which was an issue, they increased the amount of experience you get overall. But they have combined that with TDM, so it's in 1 game mode. You select that from the main menu, automatically brings you into the team deathmatch, and then at the end of the round, you can pick either to continue team deathmatch or you can do search and destroy. And because of that, more people are playing search and destroy, so it was really good decision there. Gun skins for the Hurricane, Comet, Falcon, Annihilator. These gun skins that on these weapons, they will be added to the other ones. The Annihilator being the AK-47, the Falcon and Comet being the handguns, and the Hurricane being the UMP. So those are the ones that have those new skins, and don't worry, the other ones will have them too. It's just that'll be at a later time. As per the weapons, the Chaco increased upper chest damage, bayonet XP requirement reduced, the optic scope XP requirement reduced, long range scope XP requirement reduced, and removed optic scope from Saber, and Saber bayonet XP requirement reduced. Now the reason why these were all reduced is because when you were running with the Chaco, the iron sights were just they were not that great, right? So the requirement to actually get some of these attachments was to kill 100 people, 100 and I think 200 people just to get these attachments, and that was absurd. It didn't work. It would take way too long. You would die more than you would actually get kills, and people would get sick of it real quick. So it was changed. I don't remember what it was changed to, but it was reduced to a number that was doable ultimately. And the same thing happened with the shotgun, aka the saber. So that was reduced. The perks in the perk system. So these are ones that are in, and there are probably more down the pipeline. I saw a much larger list before, but these are the most important, I guess you could say, the ones that are going to have the most impact for a lot of people. First one is Flak Jacket. It's just as you would expect. It's a jacket that goes over you that reduces explosive damage. It doesn't really help much with the bullets, but the explosions, yes, it does. This includes explosions from the bazooka that we just talked about, and it also includes explosions from the grenades. So if you're worried about getting blown up because you're a running gunner, definitely run with the Flak Jacket. Phantom is when you run around and you're not targeted by any of the kill streaks, like the drone or the RC car or the turret or the hounds. So Phantom's really good if you want to avoid the kill streak eliminations. And just that doesn't mean like if you run into the drone you're not going to get hit. You will, it just won't target you. Revenge is where when you die you drop a grenade. Now currently for this patch, when it dropped, it would blow up almost instantly. Now that there is an update coming, which is going to be about a 3-second delay, it's going to drop. You're going to hear a beep 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 beep, and then it's going to go off, and it's going to blow up, and it's going to be nice to have that delay. Personally, I don't get hit by the Revenge because I don't run and gun. I like shooting people from a distance. I don't like getting up and close, as a lot of other players do. You can go back and you can watch my videos and see, like, I don't need to get close to kill you. I'll just shoot from a distance and I'll win. So the Revenge perk never bothered me, but for a great majority, it was a problem. Sprinter, well, it's kind of self-explanatory. It's going to improve your stamina. You're going to have much longer stamina bar. It won't look like it visually, but the rate at which it actually depletes your stamina bar, it's slower, theoretically. I ran it. You get about 30% more stamina than you would traditionally. So if you love running around, jumping, platforming, doing all that stuff, you're going to need Sprinter, because with the jumps and the sprinting, it's all going to use the stamina. Run with Sprinter, you won't have a problem. Max ammo right from the get gives you the more bullets in your clip, and it allows enemies to drop ammo crates or ammo boxes upon death. So if you're worried about running out of ammo because you can last very long and you're like, well, I'm going to run out of ammo at some point, I don't want to whip out the pistol, you're going to want to run with max ammo, because that way, as soon as you eliminate the enemy, they drop an ammo box, you run over it, you pick it up, and you're going to have max ammo again. Ninja is exactly what you would think it is. You step very quietly, and we tested this, and wow, it is impressive. You don't hear a thing. The person can sneak up on you, and yeah, it's pretty intimidating, sometimes kind of scary. Double Trouble is a perk where you can carry 2 grenades at once. Currently, as it's set, because of the perk system, you can only carry 1 grenade or a smoke or a flash, but you can only carry 1 throwable. For Double Trouble, if you have that equipped, now you can carry 2 throwables, and this could be any combination. It could be 2 frag grenades, it could be 2 smokes, it could be 1 smoke, 1 frag, 1 flash, any variation of the type. So your choice. Wolverine is the health recovery, so it's faster health recovery. Now everybody, if you get hit, everybody will start regenerating their health, but it will be at a slower rate. With Wolverine, you actually regen a lot faster. I run that and max ammo almost all the time for almost all of my loadouts. It might change per loadout, but it depends on who I'm playing, how I'm playing, what map I'm playing. But Wolverine's a really good one. You know, especially if you tend to be a target. And Overload is being able to carry 2 primary weapons, and this is like any combination from the Hurricane to having the UMP and the Annihilator, or the AK-47, or you could have the P90 and the shotgun. Like, you could do any combinations, but it's 2 primaries. It gets rid of the pistol as your sidearm, even though I love the pistols in this game, and you can just run with the 2 primaries. So that's your perk system right there. Kill streaks. The defense turret is this 7-kill streak edition. It's great. Already kind of talked about it. Don't really need to go over it again. RPG for the other kill streak is your 5-kill streak edition. Absolutely great. Love it. Really fun. Wow, when I first used it, I was kind of blown away that they were able to make it happen, and the explosion is beautiful, by the way. So as we just discussed, the jumping during this patch was linked to your stamina. Before, it wasn't the case. You could sprint and then you could jump without concern, because you wouldn't lose stamina as you jumped. But to make some things more relevant, such as the sprinter perk, and to make it a little bit more fair and prevent more as much bunny hopping that was going on, jumping reduces stamina. It's not a significant amount, it's like 15%, but if you're sprinting and then you jump, yeah, your stamina is going to go down rather quickly. Language localization we talked about. Improved hit detection. This is just overall important to ensure that your shots actually make their mark. So that's good. Time server switching, because the game has reached all across the world. Servers are going to switch. It actually makes it a lot smoother and improves your connection. There's less lag, there's less latency. So time server switching is great. I've been on the EU server, the US server, and the Asian server, and it continues to run very well. So no problems there. There were some frames per second issues in the industrial map and some collider issues. Those were fixed. House collider issues fixed. Main menu audio update. Some people had noted, like, hey, this background audio, it sounds like mom saying, "You want to go see the zebras?" Well, you're not going to hear that conversation anymore. You're going to hear helicopters, people training, and also working on their target practice, stuff like that. So it's going to sound more like a military camp than anything else. So main menu audio update, very nice. Reduce slide and backward speed with move controllers. The move controller users kind of had an advantage. Their mobility was far superior than the PSAIM controller users. So there was a limitation put to this. You might notice it when you turn and look a different direction from what you're running. You will slow down. And it kind of stinks, but at the same time, it makes sense. But now everybody's on an even playing field, and you don't have to worry about it. And honestly, most people they're like, it's kind of jarring, but no one's complained about it yet. Since then, I should say. Player avatars added to in-game scoreboard, which is always nice, because now you can see people's avatars. Jump animation was adjusted. We kind of talked about that. The animation is tied to the whole jumping thing. Melee animation was improved kill feed. Merge TDM and S&D. This is what I was talking about before, about having the two merged. Now has improved the number of times search and destroy is actually played, and you get to vote on it. So if you want to play S&D, but everybody votes TDM, we'll just stick around. Maybe they'll go to S&D. Training mode was added. This has easy, medium, and hard bots. So be sure to check that out, especially if you're new. Go with the easy bots, get used to it, get your aim down right, and then work your way on up to hard bots, because even us veterans sometimes have a hard time with those bots. They will one-tap you. And then there's some general bug fixes. Voice chat. Oh, wanted to point this out. Voice chat included at map voting. If for all those who have been here since the release of the game, know that in map voting, voices were cut out. You couldn't chat, which people were a little frustrated with, and trust me, the devs were frustrated with it too. It was kind of annoying, and well, here's the fix. Now you can chat during map voting, and hopefully you like the system, because it's really well done. Personally, I'm really enjoying it. Alright, and that's gonna be it for this video. I know I put it out late, but hopefully for people just joining, they can hear and see from someone who's on the inner circle what actually came to this update and how much better it has made it. At the time that I'm making this, there are so many more things coming. As we saw up here in the narrative, 3 new maps are in the pipeline. 2 of them, I would say, arguably were pretty much done last year. With all these other things that needed to be updated and fixed, those took priority. So those will be coming out a little bit later. There is a timeline, but Quest is current priority, and today is actually the day, this is February 23rd, that the final Quest build is going to the QA team over at Oculus or Meta or whatever you want to call them nowadays. So, well, that's going to be it for me, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.